Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It is the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com. I hope you had a good weekend not watching football. Yeah, they're struggling in the NFL. I hope you had a good weekend enjoying yourself, understanding that you are in the driver's seat, conservatives. Yeah, that's right. Are you watching what's happening in the news? The news cycle last week couldn't have been better for conservatives, couldn't have been better for Donald Trump. And it couldn't have been better for exposing this crooked system that has been milking you of money that Donald Trump's trying to set out. And I don't care. Leftists, have your win with Judge Roy Moore. Doug Jones, having defeated Roy Moore. Have it. Because you know what's happening right now? Brewing scandals in Washington, D.C., exposing what's been going on there. Your $17 million plus. Don't believe that figure, by the way. It's more than that. $17 million spent paying off sexual deviants, the victims of sexual deviance in Congress. That's a scandal in and of itself. Who would allow for that? Who would say, think about this, people. We know that, they paid off these people. Who would allow for that? Who would write something like that into their thing? Only the left. They wrote Harvey Weinstein's contract, for example, to say, in the event of sexual harassment, we'll pay off these people or whatever. That's what the left does. Can you imagine, as a conservative, you're forming a company, or I'm forming a company, and I say, hey, listen, board of directors, just in the event, and let's just play devil's advocate here, that somebody wants to sue me for sexual deviancy or misconduct, let's set aside a little slush fund that says we'll pay for it, and let's not reveal that I'm that type of person. Please, let's not do that. Now, can you imagine a group of women on my board, men on my board going, Kevin, you never know. Let's do that. How much would you think we need to set aside? I don't know. How about 17 million? How about 25 million? Or what if we do this? Listen, board of directors, you bunch of manly-looking, beautiful, handsome, conservative guys, let's set aside a slush fund. I'm not saying you guys are into anything, but let's set aside a little slush fund that says, in the event that you want to go molest some boys or girls or whatever, then we're going to put it aside so you can get away with it. Now, while they go on their witch hunt for Roy Moore, look at what he did 40 years ago, they completely ignore that Congress has set aside a slush fund to pay for sexual deviants like Meeks and Conyers and Franken and others to pay off their victims. Think about that. They go on a witch hunt. Donald Trump grabbed somebody by the... Oh, by the way, let's ignore that Congress is taking taxpayer funds to set aside and pay off sexual deviants. And you know what? It's unlimited. How much money? Does it matter how much has been paid out? $17 million? Because if it needed to be 70, they pay it. It was an unlimited resource. And you know who was going to pay for it? You, Mr. Unlimited or Mrs. Unlimited conservative. You're paying for it. And now they're mad at you because you're going, what the heck are you talking about? I'm not paying for your deviancy. Well, I tell you what, why don't we all go out tomorrow and go pay for crackheads to get their dope? Oh, you are doing that. You know that, right? Yeah, with your SNAP cards, because we found out a scandal where they're using welfare cards to buy crack. There were one dealer, dope dealer in the St. Louis area, had 122 SNAP cards he was paid for dope for when they arrested him. I'm just telling you what's out there, folks. And they're mad at you because you're going, wait a minute, I'm not paying for your crack. I'm not paying for your prostitutes. I'm not paying for your gambling. I'm not paying for your vices. I got enough things to pay for on my own, besides paying for that. But God forbid you take the money away from the kids that's trying to go to college. The poor little black and brown kids. See, that's what they do. They use you. They use us, black folks and brown folks, so that they can go extort money from you white people out there listening. And they're out there. You white folks are out there. I know. This is Kevin Jackson, black man. But there's a lot of you white people listening, and you know I'm not lying. So all these leftists are trying to rally around their causes and deflect.
Donald Trump's the real problem here.
Oh, really? So how many women did Weinstein, commandeer and do whatever he did? And what about if you took Weinstein and Bill Clinton? You could take about 50 to 100 conservative dudes, and you still wouldn't come near the number that those two people by themselves have molested or ruined the lives of. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, glory. He preaching now. I love it when Kevin starts to preach.
Do you love it when Kevin starts to talk to himself? You guys love it when Kevin starts to talk to himself, don't you? Yeah, exactly. If I got to witness this, I'd be feeling good too. So, look, I don't know what you did over the weekend. I hope you had fun with the family. I hope you had fun with friends and did whatever you needed to do. But let me tell you, busy times, good times for us. You are about to watch the week that it could be one of the more explosive weeks in politics. I'm exaggerating this not. This is one of the most explosive weeks. So what have we learned? We learned that Mueller wants to have a meeting with President Trump's attorneys. That was an explosive story that broke. Mueller wants to meet and figure out what's going on. We also found out that some scumbag attorney, a leftist attorney, was trying to get pay so-called, I'm using my finger quote, victims of Donald Trump to get people to pay their legal fees. So what a scam that turns out to be. You're about to see the biggest break in these sex scandals that you've seen in our history. That goes back to what I was just saying earlier. All these things, folks, are being revealed to you. And I'm not kidding you. I feel like it's biblical. Like God says, all things shall be revealed. And boom, we get the most unlikely president in the history of the country. Admit it. If I'd said to you 2 years ago Donald Trump was going to be president, like Ann Coulter did on Bill Maher's show, we've all been laughing at each other. Oh, Kevin, come on, Kevin. You. Right? Yeah, we'd all be laughing, including me. So we've got the most unlikely president who is peeling back the layers of this crooked government layer by layer and defeating every single institution that's gone against him. Folks, you're listening to Kevin Jackson. Back in just a bit.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.